Welcome to Dreamscape Worlds. Tonight, let us leave behind the rush of the world and slip quietly into a story that breathes in the hush of the past. Let your mind drift softly, and let my voice be a gentle guide, a whisper that carries you through moments lost to time and dreams woven in the quiet folds of history. If you enjoy these sleepy journeys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Every small act of support helps keep these gentle worlds alive. Now, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and let the story begin. Chapter 1. Boarding at the Parisian dusk. The sun begins to slip behind the rooftops of Paris, casting long shadows across the cobblestones of Gare de l'Est. The soft glow of gas lamps flickers in the evening air, their gentle light catching the brass railings and the deep blue of porters' uniforms. The station is a soft murmur of motion, the quiet rumble of luggage carts, the low conversation of travelers in French, English, and Italian, all woven together in a tapestry of whispers. You walk slowly, feet moving in time with the hush of the crowd, letting the moment settle around you like velvet. Your ticket, crisp, cream-colored paper with elegant script, is a small promise in your gloved hand. It reads, Compagnie Internationale des Wagons Lits, Paris to Istanbul. A journey not just of miles, but of time, a thread of history stretching back to 1883, when the first carriages of the Orient Express glided out of this very station, bound for the east. A porter appears at your side, his cap tipped politely, and takes your small valise with practiced care. Bonsoir, mademoiselle. His voice is low, a gentle thread of sound in the warm dusk. He leads you down the platform, past the deep navy and gold of the carriages, their polished brass glinting in the last light of the day. Each window glows softly, lamps already lit within, casting pools of honeyed light on velvet curtains and plush seats. You pause at the foot of the steps, one hand resting on the cool brass railing. The air smells of coal smoke, of old paper and polished wood, of the soft perfume of travelers who have come to chase dreams through the night. The porter nods, a small smile flickering at the corner of his lips. Bienvenue à bord. You step up, the gentle creak of the metal steps beneath your feet, and enter the quiet world of the Wagon Lits carriage. Inside, the hush is almost reverent. Plush seats in deep green velvet, polished mahogany paneling that gleams softly in the lamplight. A faint scent of beeswax polish and warm leather rises to greet you, the perfume of a world that was built to last. A steward in a crisp uniform greets you, his white gloves bright against the rich wood of the doorway. Your cabin, madame. He gestures down the narrow corridor, the carpet soft beneath your steps, each footfall a muted whisper. As you pass, you catch glimpses of other travelers. A woman in a wide-brimmed hat, her gloved hands resting lightly on a leather-bound journal. A man in a dark overcoat, murmuring into a cigarette case, his eyes bright with secrets. The corridor itself seems to breathe, the soft sway of the carriage already beginning as the engine sighs to life. A gentle vibration hums in the brass fittings, a promise of motion, of the slow, measured rhythm of wheels on steel. Your cabin is a jewel box, a small room of dark wood and soft light, the window draped in heavy velvet, the seat plush and welcoming. A small table waits, set with a single glass of champagne, bubbles rising in a soft, steady dance. You settle into the seat, hands resting lightly on the leather armrest, and watch as the last rays of the sun slip through the lace of the Parisian skyline. Outside the window, the station glows in the hush of dusk, porters moving like shadows, the steam of the engine curling in the cool air. A soft chime echoes through the corridor, the gentle announcement of departure. And with a slow, breathless sigh, the Orient Express begins to move. The wheels beneath you whisper soft. Chapter 2. Settling into your private compartment. The train glides forward, each gentle curve a whispered promise of the journey ahead. You walk slowly down the narrow corridor, the soft glow of brass lamps catching the glimmer of your shoes. A steward opens the door for you, white gloves bright in the warm lamplight. "Your compartment, madame." His voice is low, as if the hush of the train itself demands reverence. You step inside. The door closes with a soft click, sealing you in a world of quiet elegance. The compartment is small, but every detail is perfect. Polished walnut panels glow warmly in the light, each carved flourish a testament to the care of hands long gone. Velvet drapes frame the window, thick and soft, the color of twilight skies. A small table rests by the window, set with a single lamp, its warm glow a gentle heart in the hush. A plush seat waits beneath the window, cushions deep and inviting, as if they have been waiting just for you. You set your small bag down, fingers brushing the brass catch, and sink into the seat. The train rocks gently, a slow, rhythmic lull that speaks of distant cities and dreams not yet spoken. You run your fingers along the polished wood, tracing the grain, feeling the slow breath of history beneath your fingertips. Each groove, each knot in the wood is a quiet story. 1,000 journeys held in these walls, whispered confessions, soft laughter, the gentle sigh of sleep. The world outside slides past in velvet shadows. The first fields of the countryside, bathed in the last glow of dusk, soft and endless. You draw back the curtain for a moment, let your eyes drift over the darkening landscape. A farmhouse here, a flicker of lamplight there, small, tender echoes of lives that are not yours, but feel close in the hush of the night. On the table, a small bottle of perfume rests, a gift from the steward, its glass cool beneath your fingertips. You lift it gently, let the scent of roses and sandalwood bloom in the warm air. It is a perfume of old worlds, of evenings in Paris and dawns in Istanbul. A soft, lingering note that wraps itself around you like a lover's breath. A soft knock at the door, the steward again, a silver tray balanced carefully in his hands. "Champagne, madame?" His voice is as smooth as the train's motion, as if he has spoken these words 1,000 times, and each time they carry a promise. You nod, and he pours the champagne with quiet grace, the bubbles rising in a slow, steady dance. You take the glass, feel the cool stem beneath your fingers, and sip. The taste is bright and soft, a fleeting sweetness that lingers like the echo of a song. The steward leaves with a bow, and you are alone once more in the gentle hush of your cabin. You let the bubbles warm you, let the soft glow of the lamp paint your skin in honeyed light. Outside, the world is a blur, fields and rivers slipping past like dreams in the dark. You close your eyes, let the quiet become part of you. The gentle motion of the train, the soft sigh of velvet cushions, the whisper of your own breath. Here, in this small, perfect space, you are both traveler and dreamer, a soul adrift on rails that hums softly beneath you. You open your eyes, reach for the small journal in your bag, a place for thoughts, for secrets you carry with you like a second skin. The pen glides across the page, the soft scratch of ink a gentle counterpoint to the rhythm of the train. Words come slowly, like mist in the early morning. A confession, a hope, a promise to yourself that tonight will be yours. Chapter 3. The gentle clink of the dining car. You leave your cabin as the train glides onward, a soft, steady motion that feels almost like breathing. The corridor is hushed, the faint creak of the wooden floor beneath your feet, the quiet echo of distant laughter. A steward in midnight blue livery waits at the end of the passage, his gloved hand resting on the brass handle of the dining car door. He inclines his head, a small, polite gesture that feels as timeless as the rails themselves. "Dinner is served, madam." The door opens, and the world inside glows like an amber jewel. The dining car is a haven of warm light and soft voices. Lamps flicker in polished brass sconces, their glow painting the mahogany paneling in honeyed hues. Crisp white tablecloths shimmer in the lamplight, each table set with delicate china and gleaming silver. Crystal glasses catch the light, throwing tiny rainbows across the plush velvet seats. The air is scented with roasted meats and warm bread, a gentle promise that drifts on the hush of conversation. You are shown to your seat, the soft creak of the leather banquette, a quiet sigh beneath you. Around you, the car hums with life, but softly, like a secret shared in the glow of a fire. A couple leans close, heads bowed in gentle conversation. A man in a gray wool suit reads a newspaper, his brow furrowed in the flickering light. A young woman with pearls at her throat laughs softly into her wineglass, the sound as delicate as the chime of crystal. Each face is lit with that same warm glow, the kind of light that makes the world feel smaller, softer, more tender. The waiter appears, a quiet presence in the hush. He sets a silver basket of bread before you, the crust still warm from the oven. A small pat of butter, gleaming pale gold on a china plate. You take a piece, break it with your fingers, and taste the soft, yeasty sweetness. Simple, comforting, the kind of flavor that feels like memory. The gentle clink of cutlery, the soft rustle of linen napkins, the low murmur of conversations that slip around you like a velvet cloak. A waiter pours wine, the ruby liquid catching the lamplight as it fills the glass. You lift it, feel the cool kiss of the stem, and sip. The wine is soft, a quiet echo of berries and oak, a slow warmth that settles deep in your chest. What you watch the world outside slip past in darkness. The faint outline of hills, the soft glow of a distant village that flickers like a memory. But in here, the world has grown small and perfect, a hush of voices, the low hum of the rails, the gentle promise of the night. Each course arrives like a small ceremony. A bowl of golden consommé, steam rising in slow spirals. A plate of tender duck, the skin crisp and fragrant. A sweet tart, the pastry flaking beneath your fork, soft as a sigh. Each bite is a moment, a soft breath in the hush of the car. The pianist in the corner begins to play, the notes of an old chanson drifting through the car like a warm memory. His fingers move slowly, softly, each note a hush that wraps around the gentle clink of cutlery. You close your eyes, let the music fold around you, a blanket of sound, a soft cradle for your drifting thoughts. As the meal draws to a close, the waiter appears once more, a small cup of coffee in his hand. The aroma is rich and deep, a final sigh of warmth before the night's slow embrace. You drink it slowly, let it linger on your tongue, a quiet goodbye to the glow of the dining car. Chapter 4. A Stroll to the Lounge Car. Nightcap Conversations. The corridor is hushed. The soft creak of wood beneath your steps, the only sound as you drift toward the lounge car. Outside the windows, the night unfurls in deep velvet, moonlight catching the glint of rails, stars scattered like whispered promises in the dark sky. You pause for a moment, hand resting on the brass railing that frames the glass. The train hums softly beneath you, each gentle curve of the track a lullaby for the world within. The lounge car waits ahead, its door a portal to warmth and quiet laughter. The steward opens it with a small nod, and you step into a world of deep armchairs, soft lamplight, and the muted glow of polished wood. The bar is a gentle curve of mahogany, lined with cut glass bottles that catch the light in soft golden fragments. A quiet clink of ice, the low murmur of a conversation, and the faint notes of a gramophone spinning a slow, dreamy waltz. You let the hush settle over you, a soft sigh that soothes the edges of your thoughts. You find a seat by the window, a plush armchair that cradles you like a memory. The steward appears at your elbow, a small knowing smile and a quiet question. "Something to drink, madame?" You ask for a brandy, and he brings it in a glass that glows warm in the lamplight. The scent of oak and quiet fire rises to greet you, a soft echo of distant lands and slow journeys. You sip slowly, let the warmth unfurl in your chest, a gentle burn that soothes like a whispered lullaby. Around you, the car breathes in low voices. A man in a bow tie speaks softly to a woman with dark hair and eyes bright as candlelight. They lean close, their laughter a hush in the warm air. At the far end of the bar, an older couple sits in companionable silence, hands touching lightly on the table between them. The glow of the lamps paints their faces in soft gold, and you think of all the journeys they must have shared, the quiet echoes of years woven into the hush of the night. The gramophone spins on, its music a gentle wave that carries you deeper into the calm. You watch the world outside, the blur of moonlit trees, the endless dark of fields that drift past like a dream. And in the soft cradle of the lounge, you feel yourself begin to drift too, not to sleep, but to something deeper, a hush of mind, a slow exhale of thoughts that have no weight in this warm, velvet night. The steward returns with a small plate, dark chocolate, a few soft biscuits, a quiet treat to close the night. You break a piece of chocolate, let it melt on your tongue, a slow bloom of sweetness that feels like a secret shared only with yourself. The brandy glows in your hand, the last of it warm and golden. You sip, savor, let the soft hush of the car become a part of you. The couple at the bar rises to leave, their movements slow and unhurried. They nod to you as they pass, a small silent acknowledgement of the shared hush of the night. You watch them go, their footsteps muffled in the thick carpet, and for a moment the world feels suspended, a breath held in the warm dark. You lean back in your chair, close your eyes, and let the train's motion carry you. The lounge car is a world of soft echoes, the clink of ice, the slow whisper of the rails, the sigh of velvet curtains stirring in the gentle sway of the train. And in that hush you find a quiet joy, a stillness that feels both fleeting and eternal, like the pause between one breath and the next. The steward appears once more, a final bow, a soft murmur. Bonne nuit, madame. You smile, thank him softly, and rise. The corridor beyond is hushed, lit by the soft glow of brass lamps. Chapter 5. Whispers in the Corridor. A Brief Encounter. The corridor outside your cabin glows softly. Lamps set into polished wood, casting pools of warm light along the thick carpet. The hush here is different, not the warm murmur of the lounge, but something quieter, more intimate. The gentle sway of the train seems to breathe in time with your steps, each motion a soft whisper that drifts into the shadows. You pause by a window, the glass cool beneath your fingers. Outside, the night is a blur of dark trees and distant moonlight, a quiet landscape that seems both endless and tender. You close your eyes for a moment. Let the rhythm of the train settle deep into your chest. The hush of the corridor wraps around you, a soft cloak of velvet quiet. A door opens behind you, the gentle click a single note in the hush. You turn and find another traveler stepping into the corridor. A man, perhaps in his 30s, dark hair, a tailored coat that catches the lamplight in soft ripples of shadow. His eyes meet yours for a moment, and in that brief glance you feel something unspoken, a shared hush, a quiet knowing that this night belongs to all who travel in its velvet embrace. He smiles, a small, polite gesture and inclines his head. "Bonsoir, madame," he says softly, his voice carrying the soft accent of the South, each word a low murmur in the warm air. You return the smile, a gentle echo of his quiet courtesy. For a moment, neither of you speak. The train hums softly beneath your feet, and the hush of the corridor holds you in its tender stillness. Then he glances down, fingers lightly touching the edge of a small book he carries in his hand. "A quiet night for reading," he says, almost to himself, and there is a wry humor in his voice, a soft warmth that makes you smile. "The best kind," you reply, and he nods, as if this simple truth is enough to connect two strangers in the hush of a moving train. You speak for a moment, not of names, not of the world beyond the windows, but of small things, the gentle sway of the carriage, the way the night seems to breathe alongside the rails. His voice is low, soft as the flicker of a candle, and you find yourself leaning in, drawn by the quiet gravity of shared stillness. A faint chime sounds in the distance, a steward's footstep, the echo of a door opening somewhere down the corridor. The man glances that way, then back to you. "I should return to my cabin," he says, and there is a gentle regret in his smile, a softness that lingers in the air between you. "Of course," you reply, and the hush seems to grow deeper, holding you both in its tender embrace. For a moment longer, you stand there, two travelers adrift on the same rails, sharing a breath of silence in the velvet hush. Then he bows his head, a quiet farewell, and turns to go. You watch him walk away, the soft echo of his footsteps fading into the gentle hum of the train. And as you turn back to your own door, you carry that hush with you, a small, perfect memory of a meeting that asked for nothing but the shared silence of a midnight train. The world outside may roar with noise, but here, in this corridor of warm wood and velvet shadows, you are reminded, sometimes the quietest moments are the ones that stay with us. Chapter 6. Budapest at Midnight. The chill of the platform. The train slows, a soft sigh of brakes that drifts through the hush of your cabin. You open your eyes, feel the gentle shudder as the carriages ease into the quiet of Budapest Keleti station. Outside the window, the platform glows with pools of lamplight, casting long, wavering shadows across the cobbled ground. You rise, slip on your coat, and step softly into the corridor. The train is hushed, passengers sleeping behind closed doors, dreams woven into the slow hum of steel and wood. But here, in the gentle echo of footsteps and the hush of velvet curtains, you feel a soft excitement stirring in the quiet air. The door to the platform opens with a muted click, and the night air brushes your skin, cool and crisp, a soft kiss of winter beneath the deep navy sky. You step down from the carriage, the wooden platform creaking gently beneath your boots. A porter tips his cap, his breath a pale wisp in the lamplight. You nod, a small, silent greeting in the hush of midnight. The station itself feels like a cathedral, arches of stone, windows that catch the flicker of gas lamps and scatter it in soft, golden glints. Each footstep echoes like a secret kept in the dark. You walk slowly, letting the cold night air wake you fully. Your breath drifts in silver clouds, and the hush of the station settles around you like a velvet cloak. At the edge of the platform, you pause. The city beyond is a soft glow, warm lights in distant windows, the quiet murmur of a river that slips through the heart of Budapest like a whispered lullaby. You imagine the lives unfolding there, lovers' murmurs in hidden courtyards, the quiet prayers of night watchers keeping vigil beneath the moon. Each light a story, each window a small, warm promise in the hush of the world. A faint melody drifts through the air, a violinist somewhere in the depths of the station, playing for no one but the soft shadows of midnight. The notes are a slow sigh, a quiet lament that feels as old as the rails themselves. You close your eyes, let the music slip around you like a gentle dream. The train breathes behind you, a soft, patient presence waiting to carry you onward. You turn, run your gloved fingers along the smooth brass rail of the carriage door. For a moment, you let the quiet hold you, the hush of the platform, the cool air on your skin, the soft, endless lull of a city that never truly sleeps. Then you climb back aboard, the warmth of the train a gentle balm against the chill. Your compartment is waiting, lamp still glowing softly, the scent of roses and sandalwood lingering in the air. You slip off your coat, settle back into the plush seat, and close your eyes. The train sighs, a soft exhale of steam and steel, and begins to move once more. The platform slides away, the city lights flicker and fade, and the night closes in around you, soft, warm, and endless. As you drift back into the hush of the train, you carry with you the quiet magic of Budapest at midnight, the cool breath of winter, the hush of the old stones, the soft echo of a violin that plays for no one and everyone at once. And in that gentle, whispered memory, you find a small, perfect peace. Chapter 7. The Return to Your Cabin. Velvet Shadows. You slip back into the warm hush of the train, leaving the chill of the platform behind. The door closes softly, a small sigh of brass and wood that seals you into a world of velvet shadows. The corridor is hushed, lamplight casting gentle pools of gold on the dark carpet. Each step is a soft echo, the gentle sway of the carriage cradling you like a lullaby. You pause by the window for a moment, watching the city lights slip away, small glimmers of life that fade into the darkness as the train glides onward. Beyond the glass, the countryside stretches in endless night, a soft, silent world that whispers only in moonlight. Your cabin waits, a small sanctuary of polished wood and warm lamplight. The door opens with a quiet click, and you step inside, letting the hush of the room wrap around you like a soft blanket. The seat by the window calls to you, its cushions deep and inviting. You sink into it slowly, feeling the hush of the train settle deep into your bones. The velvet curtains are drawn back, and you watch the dark landscape drift past. Trees like shadows, fields silvered by moonlight, the faint glimmer of distant rivers slipping through the night. You pour yourself a small glass of brandy, the amber liquid catching the lamplight in soft, warm flashes. It tastes of quiet fires, of stories shared in low voices, of a world that moves slowly and with care. You sip it slowly, let the warmth spread through you like the gentle hush of the rails. Each small motion, the gentle clink of glass, the slow sway of the train, feels like a part of something older, something timeless. You reach for the book you brought, its pages soft and worn beneath your fingers. The words drift around you like a gentle fog, but you find yourself reading the same sentence again and again. Because tonight, the world outside the window is its own story, a tale told in silver light and velvet shadows. You close the book, rest your hands in your lap, and just listen. The soft sigh of the carriage, the distant hush of steel on steel, the gentle breath of the train as it moves through the sleeping world. You draw the curtains closed, let the hush of the cabin fold around you completely. The light of the small lamp glows softly, painting the walls in warm golden shadows. You feel the slow, steady rhythm of the train echo in your chest, a quiet heartbeat that carries you deeper into the night. Outside, the world is dark and endless, but here, in the warm hush of your private world, you are safe, held, cradled in velvet and shadow. You set your glass aside, slip off your shoes, and let your toes sink into the plush carpet. The gentle sway of the train rocks you, each motion a soft promise that the journey is far from over. You close your eyes for a moment, feel the hush settle over you like a soft sigh. The world outside may be cold, but here, in the velvet hush of the night, with the soft glow of the lamp and the quiet warmth of the train, you are home. As you drift deeper into the stillness, you let your thoughts slip away, not gone, but quiet, resting in the gentle hush of a world that moves like a dream. And in that quiet, you find a small, perfect peace, a promise that, for tonight at least, you can simply be soft, warm, alive in the hush of a velvet night. Chapter 8. The Dreamer's Carriage, Drifting Between Worlds. The train moves steadily through the night, a soft, rhythmic whisper that hums beneath your feet. You lie back in your seat, the plush cushions cradling you, the gentle sway of the carriage rocking you like a lullaby. Outside the window, the world is a blur of silver and shadow, moonlight tracing the soft curves of hills, fields bathed in the quiet glow of starlight. The countryside is hushed, and in that hush, you feel your thoughts begin to drift. You let your eyes close just for a moment, and in that darkness, the world seems to grow softer, more tender. The soft motion of the train, the warm hush of the compartment, the quiet breath of your own heart, all weaving together into a gentle music that lulls you deeper. You are awake, but not fully. Present, but somewhere else too. A place between waking and dreaming, where the world feels both endless and close enough to touch. In this quiet space, your thoughts slip free, not in words, but in soft images, like fragments of stories whispered on the edge of sleep. You see a city of spires, lit by 1,000 lamps that flicker like distant stars. A narrow street in Istanbul, the scent of coffee and spices drifting through the warm night air. The gentle hush of a library in Vienna, dust motes dancing in golden light. Each image is soft, fleeting, but in the hush of the train, they feel as real as the steady breath of the rails. You shift slightly, feel the soft brush of velvet against your cheek, the warmth of the lamp's glow casting gentle patterns on the walls. The train hums on, and you let that hum become a lullaby. Each curve of the track, each quiet sigh of the carriage feels like a heartbeat beneath your skin. Somewhere in the distance, you hear the faint whistle of the engine, a soft cry in the night, echoing across fields and rivers that no longer seem to belong to any single place. And in that sound, you feel a sense of endlessness, as if the train is not just crossing miles, but slipping through time itself. Each breath of steam, each slow turn of the wheels, a step further into the hush of the night. You drift, not quite awake, not quite dreaming. The velvet shadows of your cabin fold around you like soft wings, and in that gentle darkness, you feel safe. The world outside may be a blur, a soft sigh of trees and rivers, a hush of sleeping towns. But here, in the dreamer's carriage, you are held. Cradled by the motion of the train, the warmth of the night, and the soft echo of your own heartbeat. A small lamp glows in the corner, its light a steady beacon in the hush. You watch it flicker, let your eyes grow heavy with the slow, sweet weight of sleep. The train rocks on, and you drift with it, a leaf carried on a gentle stream, a soul wrapped in the soft breath of dreams. For a moment, you open your eyes. The window is a dark mirror, and in it you see your own reflection, soft, still, wrapped in the hush of the night. You smile, a small, quiet smile, and let your eyes close again. The train moves on, and you move with it, drifting deeper into the velvet hush, where the world is soft, and dreams are as real as breath. And in that tender space, between waking and sleeping, you find a quiet peace, a promise that the night will carry you, soft and warm, until the dawn. Chapter 9. A Flicker of Mystery. The Lost Letter. The hush of the train is deep and steady, a soft lull that carries you through the night. You drift between sleep and waking, wrapped in the gentle motion of the rails. But something stirs, a quiet shift, a small whisper that draws your eyes open once more. You sit up slowly, feel the velvet cushions beneath your fingertips, and let your gaze wander through the soft shadows of your private compartment. There, on the small table by the window, you see it, a letter, half hidden beneath the edge of the silver tray where your brandy glass rests. You frown softly, reach for it with careful fingers. The paper is thick, smooth beneath your touch, the edges gilded with a faint sheen that catches the soft glow of the lamp. No name, no seal, just the gentle weight of possibility in your hand. You break the small wax seal, the soft crack, a single note in the hush of the night. The letter inside is written in a careful, elegant script, each line a quiet promise of something unspoken. It reads, "To the traveler who listens and dreams beyond the rails, may this night be your quiet journey into the heart of what whispers between the ticking of the wheels." A poem, or a fragment of something larger, a thought that seems both intimate and eternal. You trace the words with your finger, feel the gentle weight of each letter like a heartbeat in the stillness. Who left it here? A steward? A fellow traveler? Or perhaps just the soft hand of fate, slipping a small mystery into the hush of your night? You smile softly, a quiet curl of wonder in the warm glow of the lamp. Because sometimes the world does not offer answers, only the gentle rustle of questions that make the night feel even richer. You fold the letter carefully, tuck it into the pocket of your coat as if it were a secret worth carrying through the long velvet dark. Outside the window, the world is a blur of moonlight and shadow, fields rolling soft and endless beneath a sky of silver stars. The train hums on, each turn of the wheels a quiet echo of the words that linger in your thoughts. You wonder about the others who share this night with you, the couple in the lounge, the solitary reader in the corner, the mysterious figure who left you this soft whispered message. Each of them a story, a flicker of light in the hush of the train. You imagine them asleep now, dreams woven into the gentle motion of the rails. And you feel a quiet kinship, a shared hush that binds you all together in this moment outside of time. You pour the last of the brandy into your glass, watch the soft ripples of amber glow in the lamplight. The warmth of it feels like a small promise, a soft thread of comfort in the quiet mystery of the night. You sip slowly, let the hush of the train settle deeper into your bones. The letter is a secret now, but it is also a gift, a reminder that even in the soft velvet dark, there is always a whisper of wonder waiting to be found. You close your eyes, lean back into the seat, and let the gentle rhythm of the train carry you once more. Outside, the world drifts by in moonlit fields and soft rivers, but inside, you hold a small piece of the night, a quiet echo of mystery that hums in your chest like the gentle sigh of the rails. And in that hush, you find a soft, perfect peace. Chapter 10. Murmurs of the Past. a whispered story. The hush of the night settles deeper as the train glides onward, each turn of the wheels a soft echo of the past. You sit quietly in your compartment, the letter tucked close against your heart, and let your thoughts drift through the gentle shadows of the train. The warmth of the lamp, the soft hush of the velvet curtains, these are the threads that weave you into something older, something that stretches far beyond the simple hush of tonight. You think of the stories this train has carried, the soft murmur of lovers' secrets shared in lamplit compartments, the whispered plans of diplomats, and the slow, careful laughter of old friends reunited by the steady motion of the rails. The Orient Express is not just a train. It is a vessel of memory, a quiet witness to 1,000 journeys woven together in the hush of midnight. As you lean back in your seat, you remember a story you once heard, a tale told in the quiet hush of another night by a voice so soft it felt like a lullaby. It was of a duchess, traveling alone through the velvet dark, her eyes bright with the secret fire of a woman who carries her own destiny in the curve of her smile. They said she boarded the train in Vienna, her gloved hand trailing lightly along the polished brass of the door. In her bag, a letter, a promise of love that waited at the end of the line. But in the hush of the night, she let herself believe in the soft magic of the journey. She lingered in the lounge, a glass of champagne in her hand, and spoke in low tones to a man with kind eyes and a mind that sparked with poetry. They shared no names, no future promises, only the gentle hush of the rails and the soft warmth of a story told in the quiet glow of lamplight. And when the dawn came, she stepped off the train with her secrets still her own, but with a memory that glowed like a lantern in the hush of her heart. You let the memory of that story settle around you like a shawl, soft and warm, woven of threads as fine as moonlight. Because here, in the gentle hush of the Orient Express, you understand, every journey is more than miles. It is a chance to slip out of the bright glare of the world and into the soft, secret quiet where hearts speak in whispers and the past breathes softly in the hush of velvet curtains. Outside, the night drifts on, trees like shadows, rivers like ribbons of silver beneath the gentle moon. The train hums, each turn of the wheels a lullaby that carries the stories of those who came before you and those who will come after, each one wrapped in the soft hush of the rails. You close your eyes, let the story drift through your thoughts like a soft sigh. The Duchess, the poet, the promise of dawn, all of them whispers in the hush of the night, echoes of lives lived in the warm glow of the Orient Express. And in that quiet, you find your own breath, slow and gentle, like the sigh of the train itself. Because tonight, the stories are yours too, not just to hear, but to carry, soft echoes that hum in your chest as the train rocks you deeper into the velvet dark. And in that hush, you know you are part of the story now, a quiet chapter in the endless whispered tale of the night train that carries you through the soft breath of dreams. Chapter 11. The heart of the night, silence and stars. The night deepens around the train, its hush so soft and steady that it feels almost like a dream. The world outside your window is a velvet sea of darkness, fields and forests blurred into shadow, a quiet promise that stretches as far as your eyes can see. You sit in your cabin, the lamp turned low, casting warm pools of light on polished wood and soft velvet. The gentle hum of the rails is a lullaby, a rhythm that soothes the last echoes of the waking world. You draw back the curtain, let the cool dark of the night brush against your skin. Above, the sky is a tapestry of stars, tiny flickering candles that burn in silence. You watch them, feel their quiet light settle deep in your chest. The constellations you learned as a child seem to whisper their names to you now, soft echoes of long ago wonder that glow even brighter in the hush of the night. For a moment, you let your thoughts drift, not to the past, not to the future, but to the soft, endless now. The train glides on, its motion as gentle as a breath, and you feel as if you too are gliding, slipping between moments, between the slow, quiet heartbeats of the world. You think of the other travelers, asleep in their cabins, each one a small, quiet world cradled in the hush of the train. The couple sharing secrets in the darkness, the lonely poet with his thoughts like quiet rivers, the woman with the lost letter tucked beneath her pillow. All of them part of the same breath, the same slow, secret dance of silence and stars. You close your eyes for a moment, feel the gentle sway of the carriage, the soft pull of the tracks that lead ever onward. The train moves like a thought, like a promise, slow, steady, a quiet pulse that carries you deeper into the night. When you open your eyes, the stars are still there, patient, eternal. You watch them flicker, let their light wash over you like a lullaby. For a moment, you feel as if the world has grown smaller, not in distance, but in the way it seems to hold you in its quiet, endless heart. You lean back in your seat, the hush of the train settling around you like a soft blanket. The lamp beside you casts gentle shadows, each one a tender brushstroke on the warm wood. You close your eyes again, and in the darkness behind your lids, you see the stars still, bright and soft, a promise you can carry even when your eyes are closed. The world outside is a quiet breath, a slow exhale of silver rivers and dark fields. The train hums beneath you, its motion as gentle as the slow drift of sleep. And in that deep velvet hush, you feel the soft, steady pulse of the night. You think of all the journeys this train has carried, the laughter and the whispers, the secrets and the quiet dreams. And you know, you are part of that now, a small light in the endless hush of the rails. As the night drifts on, you let yourself drift too, not to sleep, but to a quiet place where the world is soft, and the only sound is the gentle breath of the train as it carries you deeper into the heart of the night. Chapter 12. The First Light of Dawn, a Soft Awakening. The world outside your window has shifted once more. the velvet dark of the night has softened, melted into a pale, gentle glow that grows with each quiet breath. The stars have begun to fade, their soft whispers lost in the soft murmur of dawn. You open your eyes slowly. Let the tender light slip beneath your lashes like a promise. The train hums on, each turn of the wheels a soft echo of the world waking up. The hush of the night still lingers, woven into the plush cushions, the warm glow of the lamp, the gentle rhythm of your own breath. But outside, the first colors of morning begin to bloom. A soft wash of rose and gold paints the horizon, casting the fields and rivers in a tender, dreamlike glow. You draw back the curtain, let the dawn's light spill into the hush of your cabin. The world outside is hushed, as if it too has paused to listen to the quiet song of morning. The train moves slowly, each curve of the track a gentle sigh that carries you forward into the promise of a new day. You rise, stretching slowly, feeling the warmth of sleep still clinging to your skin. The cabin is soft and golden in the dawn light, polished wood aglow, the brass fittings bright as the morning star. You pour a cup of tea, the steam curling up in soft, fragrant spirals. The taste is gentle, a soft comfort that soothes the last shadows of the night. You watch the fields slip by, misted with the pale breath of dawn, each blade of grass lit with a soft silvery sheen. The rivers glisten, small quiet mirrors that catch the light and hold it close. And above it all, the sky glows with the quiet joy of a new day. You let the hush of the train and the soft promise of morning wrap around you. The memories of the night linger, the soft music of the lounge, the quiet mystery of the letter, the gentle breath of dreams in the velvet dark. But now there is only the slow, sweet breath of the dawn. The train curves gently, the soft sigh of the wheels a quiet promise that the journey is far from over. And as the light grows brighter, you feel a quiet hope stirring in your chest. A reminder that each day, like each journey, is a chance to begin again, to slip free of the past and step softly into whatever comes next. You close your eyes for a moment. Let the hush of the morning settle deep in your bones. The world outside is waking, but here, in the soft golden glow of dawn, you are still cradled in the gentle breath of the train. You sip the last of your tea, feel the warmth of it settle into your chest. And as the fields drift by, bathed in the tender light of morning, you smile softly. Because in this quiet, in this soft pause between night and day, you know you are exactly where you need to be. Wrapped in the hush of the rails, bathed in the glow of dawn, and carried forward by the gentle breath of the world.